Happy New Year. I recently received a few questions for traveling to destinations that do not have a quarantine in place. And so I figured I'd make a few videos going over countries that do not currently have a 14-day quarantine or 5-day, 7-day, whatever that looks like. And I wanted to provide a few tips for traveling to that destination, what you can expect. And so I figured we'd start with today's country of Mexico. Now I do want to start off with a small disclaimer. If you choose to travel, I strongly encourage you to check with local government restrictions, rules, and safety measures related to COVID-19 and take personal comfort levels and health conditions into consideration prior to departing. Now let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so as of now, there are no restrictions for entering the country of Mexico. They do not have a quarantine in place, a mandatory 14-day quarantine, 5-day, 7-day. There is no quarantine in place. You also do not need negative test results for COVID PCR, that PCR test. You do not need that either. So again, no current restrictions or any documentation needed for entering the country of Mexico. With that said, however, I do recommend taking a test prior to departure and once you return, just as a best practice for traveling safely and for peace of mind. Now, prior to arrival, make sure to complete the health declaration form, as the QR code that it generates is going to be needed upon arrival. And I will add the link to that form in the description below. Also, some resorts have their own health forms that you'll need to complete, and more than likely they will email those to you or send you the link to the site where you'll need to complete that. But also make sure to follow up with your resorts to determine if there are any additional steps that you'll need to take. Currently, Mexico is using a 4-tier traffic light system for restrictions: red, orange, yellow, and green. Take note that each state has their own restrictions as well, such as curfews, so make sure to review any particular restrictions for the area that you'll be visiting. I will include a helpful link in the description below that goes over the traffic light system and provides updates for your particular region. Once you arrive at the airport, the process is surprisingly quick. So you will deplane and go to passport control or immigration, and then off to baggage claim. So there's currently not an intense process or different queues. It's just a simple 2 to 3 steps. Note that they do have health screenings such as temperature checks, but airports like Cancun have thermographic cameras that capture when an individual has a fever. And so you will more than likely pass through these cameras after passport control or immigration and before you get to baggage claim, but it's not a different queue. You're just gonna walk to baggage claim and you may not even notice that you're having your temperature checked. Now, if you are staying at a resort, you more than likely will be taking the shuttle to that resort. And so if that is the case, after you've collected your bags at baggage claim, you can then exit the terminal. When you exit the terminal, you will see all of these different resort shuttles, all parked in different numbered spaces. And so if you are able to, my tip would be to ask your resort ahead of time the space number, the parking space number in which your shuttle will be, just in case you do not see the shuttle driver with the sign of the resort name, or perhaps they will have a sign with your name on it. If you happen to miss them, you can just walk to the space number and wait for them. Now, just a small tip for anyone looking for a good deal. If you are planning a trip to Mexico and you want to find just a one-stop shop for your vacation planning, I do recommend using CheapCaribbeancom. Totally not sponsoring here. It's a site that a friend recommended and I really love it. You can find all sorts of great deals that include your flight and your all-inclusive resort. So definitely take a look at CheapCaribbeancom. I will include the link down below. All right, now if you are planning a trip to Mexico, please make sure to check local restrictions for any updates prior to departure. If you like this video and would like to see more videos, please subscribe to my YouTube page down below. And as always, thanks so much for watching.